I can resist everything except temptation. So says Lord Darlington in Oscar Wilde's play Lady Windermere's Fan. In the traditional form of the Lord's Prayer, which is the family prayer of all Christians, we say, "Lead us not into temptation." But does God lead us into temptation? Well, if you were saying the prayer in Italian, French, or Spanish, you would say, "Do not let us fall into temptation, but rescue us from the evil one." A subtle change, but it wrestles the blame for sin away from God and places it firmly at the feet of the one who instigates it, the prince of this world, as John calls him in his gospel. Now, I know it's not considered cool to talk about Satan these days, the prince of this world, but Jesus took him very seriously. Did he not say to his disciples, "I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven"? But Jesus then assures us that he's given his followers authority to overcome all the power of the enemy, and nothing will harm you. As Jesus wrestles in prayer in Gethsemane, when he awaits the reality of what awaits him on the cross the following day, he begins by saying, "Abba, Father." That word Abba is Aramaic, the dialect of Hebrew that Jesus spoke. And Jesus, in calling his Father Abba, reflects a wonderfully comfortable, deeply intimate, childlike term that could be interpreted as Daddy. In inviting us to call his Father our Father in the Lord's Prayer, Jesus isn't leading us into temptation. Instead, Jesus is leading us into that self-same personal, intimate relationship he has with Abba, Father. The Lord's Prayer is so ingrained in our Christian DNA that it's amazingly easy to take it for granted, whether we're saying privately or with others. Perhaps it would be good to pray in the way Jesus tells us to in the Sermon on the Mount. When you pray, he says, go into your room, and when you've shut your door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. Now, we can do that literally when we're on our own. We can do that spiritually when we're saying it with other people. Either way, may the Lord give us a fresh awakening and awareness of what he wants us to experience in praying, Our Father, Abba, Father.